Yo, what's up, everybody? It's time once again for 95X Cares, our community animal rescue effort, which is brought to you by the Law Office of William Mattar, the Roofing Guys, and Invisible Fence. I'm Dixon, joined again by Jenny. How are you?
I am doing better. How you said you're good, but so
Yeah, we were both a little under the weather. Jenny had it way worse than I did, so I'm glad to have her back. Good news that both cats that we featured last week from the CNY Cat Coalition have been adopted.
oh, that's
Uh, So
awesome.
lots of good news in that regard. And Jenny mentioned that it is Pit Bull Awareness Month and Black Dog Awareness Month. So we're going to hit both of those with our boy Zuko today. What
He's
a
freaking
handsome.
adorable. But I saw him, I was like, uh-oh, this one's gonna end up at Dixon's house too.
Yeah,
But he, I think, is just beautiful. I think maybe black lab pitty mix in there. So I was thinking it was like kind of a two birds, one stone. But there is this discrepancy in the adoption world where black dogs get adopted less than other dogs. They don't photograph very well. Sometimes people feel a little bit more afraid, I think, because of that. Not particularly sure why or what that connection is about, but regardless, there is always an abundance of black dogs who aren't getting adopted. And when I saw Zuko's picture, I was like, holy smokes, like you are super, super adorable. And there's a picture that everybody will see of him climbing up onto, I believe it's his foster's lap. And I just thought it was just super adorable because I love a full grown big dog who thinks that they're lap dog. Got a special place in my heart for that. So I had to feature him. I had to bring him to everybody's attention.
absolutely. And he does look on the younger side. That's an assumption on my part, but he does look like a younger dog, maybe 2 to 3.
I was gonna guess the same, so let's roll with it. He's probably in those like that earlier stage, but he does look full grown, so I don't think that you're gonna get much more out of him unless you start feeding him super unhealthy, which please don't do that. We like our dogs to be healthy so they can live a long time. But they are saying that he is just a total love bug. He is crate trained, potty trained. He's good with other dogs, loves that opportunity to play with other dogs. He is trained with a doggy door currently, so he will let himself out when he has to go to the bathroom, comes back in. If you don't have one of those, obviously you have an opportunity to install one or just to teach him with a bell on the door, like, hey, just let me know you got to go out and we'll go out. Um, Loves car rides, which is super cool. If you had a dog who likes to cry in the car, it's a little bit obnoxious.
I'll bet.
I can see you nodding. You're like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that is. Um, but no, so he likes the car rides. He likes to be active, but he also likes to snuggle. And the fact that he's good with other dogs is just a huge plus. They did not say if he was cat tested yet, so you can always make that phone call and make sure that he's going to be good with other kitty friends. But I think that he is just like a full package dog, like ready to go and just, move in and become a family member for you.
Absolutely. And he's available now through North Country Pet Adoption Services, which is in Glenfield, New York. I
Yep.
put the link up in a slide that'll come up when we're done talking. So you can reach out, get the application process started, and let's get Zugo a home. He's
I
definitely
completely
a
agree.
sweet boy. I'll tell you this just by looking at him, you can tell that he gets the zoomies pretty regularly. So I know we beat this to death all the time, but if you have a fenced in backyard, that would be an ideal situation for this dude, especially if you have a fenced in backyard with a doggy door. You've got a dog that can let himself in and out. Talk about
Yeah.
an upside, especially in the winter.
That's a huge plus, and I agree. I definitely think that that one, like the portrait mode photo of him where he looks very stoic, I'm like, oh, you totally get the zoomies. I bet that he can just have an absolute field day, which would be really good for like those kids who think that zoomies are hysterical. I know my toddler finds it hilarious when my dog Ori gets the zoomies, so that's another bonus is that it's free entertainment. So yeah, let's get Zuko into his forever home. There's absolutely no reason why he's waiting.
Absolutely. And it's almost Halloween. So it's a perfect opportunity to get him involved in dressing up and enjoying the season. I think he would make an excellent like Harry Potter character.
Oh, okay. I was gonna go after like the vampire, like put the little like cape on him kind of thing, like a Dracula, but I could go for the Harry Potter theme too.
Absolutely. Just in time for Halloween, Zuko is available now. North Country Pet Adoption Services. And again, this is our effort to bring attention to both pit bulls and black dogs, which are both being celebrated this month. And back to your early point of not understanding why black dogs outside of the photography thing don't work. It's a point I've made with you before is I think that Hollywood has a lot to blame with that because if
Sure.
you look back at like 80s and 90s movies, and we'll lump pitties into that as well.
Hmm.
Pitties have always been portrayed as a violent dog or a drug dealer's dog or any of these other things. And when you look back at 80s and 90s movies and TV shows, especially like the crime shows, the cop shows, whatever else, the guard dogs are always a Rottweiler or a Doberman, which are black, which I think
Yep.
sets a subconscious tone for people that black dogs are either mean or vicious. And that's just not the case. I mean, I've got a 105-pound lump behind me that is as black as night, and he doesn't have a mean bone in his body. I've had this is the third fully black dog I've owned. And they're just as sweet as any other dog you'll find. So don't let what Hollywood has portrayed black dogs and pit bulls to be in the past. And, kind of use your judgment like you do people. Take it by an individual basis, person by person, dog by dog.
Absolutely. 110%. I don't think I could have said it better myself.
Excellent. Well, Jenny, thank you again. I'm so glad that you're feeling better. Thank you for bringing Zucco to our attention. I have a feeling he's going to find his forever home very, very soon.
I definitely hope so. And I will talk to you next week.
Very cool. This is 95X Cares. It's our community animal rescue effort. It's brought to you by the Law Office of William Matar and Invisible Fence, along with the roofing guys, helping the community every shingle time, along with 95X. We'll see you next week.